All tinfoil is allowed in this video.
That's right. Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to another Game of Thrones Season 8 video. And today I'm joined by Val from McCullough's Geek and Gil from God Academy. And we had a little fun talking about who could be a Wight in Game of Thrones Season 8. But first, let me thank my newest Patreons. I really appreciate YB Negative as well as LC Manny. I really appreciate the support. And to everyone on Patreon as well, you guys keep this channel going. So anyway, let's jump right in. Who could become a Wight in Game of Thrones Season 8?
Okay, so I have one specific character that I would love to see as a Wight, and that is Melisandre.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, you're still in our shit, man.
Sorry.
Well, no, I hadn't thought about that one, but that's really cool, yeah.
Okay, because she's like the anti-Wight, right? So for her to become that would be so poetic and rewarding.
That would be the ice and fire, like literally, right?
Yes. Chris, you had her on your list too?
I did, because she's, I was going to say it would be very, very poetic because she becomes the thing that she hates.
Oh.
And so it seems to fit. I mean, I think she'll die by fire, but that doesn't mean she can't be res as a Wight, so.
Wait, does it now? Because if she dies by fire, I mean, that's the only way to not come back as a Wight.
Right.
Well, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe she falls in the snow and it puts her out. She just needs something left to be able to move.
It's just a crusty Wight.
That's a good point. Yeah, initially I was thinking that she would be burned. That would also be poetic, of course. I thought that Stannis would end up burning her, maybe in the books. But as a Wight, it's, I don't know, maybe even in the show, maybe not in the books. But just like to make everybody say, "Yay!" and whatever, post reaction videos after of that moment. That would be like a memorable moment.
Yeah. Melisandre was kind of close to what I was thinking, because mine was Beric.
Oh, that's my second one.
Yeah, who's being brought back by the Lord of Light. Imagine him being brought back by the Great Other. Because we've already heard from George R. Martin that Beric is a fire Wight, so we could see what happens when a fire Wight turns into an ice Wight. I don't know. Be cool. In the books, I don't think we'll see it in the show.
Yeah, let's make it 7 times.
Yeah.
He's like the snow guy from Frozen, right? The fire and ice, then it will become a puddle.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Gil, because I've always said that when fire meets ice, you get water.
That's a good one, man. But okay, I just wanted to say real quick that I read this on Reddit somewhere, and I don't know how legitimate it is. This is not a spoiler. This is just someone said this interesting information. Apparently, David and Dan don't want to turn any main characters into Wights because it would be degrading for the actor. Something like that. I don't know if it's true. I haven't seen any proof of this, but apparently that they said that, and so I don't know. This is what's making me think that we won't see any real characters.
Wait. What is not degrading about incest? What do you mean? What does that mean? They can't put makeup on them for Wights, but they can have them screw each other. Anyway,
actually, one of my patrons sent me a link to a theory. It's not gonna happen, but just like whatever, just to think about it, imagine it. That it ends with the Night King sacking King's Landing, killing Cersei, and then Cersei, the last shot, she wakes up as a Wight.
Yeah, okay. Cersei was my other option, for sure.
This is my other option. This is my other option, damn it.
I'm listening. I got nothing.
I mean, it's just Cersei's perfect because Cersei is the one character that we all want to see die, and if she dies and comes back, she can be killed again. So I mean, like,
right. I have this whole separate video on this. It was kind of my tinfoil theory. I don't really believe it, but my tinfoil idea. So I have a whole separate video on this. That the way the Valonqar prophecy is worded, and I know they don't have to do this in a show necessarily. I know the Valonqar piece wasn't in there, but the first part is when your tears have drowned you. That already implies death, drowning. And then, the Valonqar will wrap his hands around your pale white throat. I was thinking, so I did the whole video talking about will she die twice, essentially. So that way you can have Arya kill her, for example, because everybody wants to see that. But Jaime also stop the Wight Cersei. And that would be able to fit that Valonqar piece in there a little bit. So that was my initial big one. It was Cersei. She's going to become a queen of some sort. Some people say the Night's Queen or whatever, but she gets what she wants, just not in the way she thought.
So I've got another one to think about. I don't know if it's not just as straightforward as the other characters dying and then being resurrected, but what about Bran, right, being the Night King? Maybe he has to die and come back? No?
Ooh.
No? There's like a theory that Bran is the Night King, and then maybe, I don't know, he has to become the Night King in order to end the whole thing? No?
I will say this: I think there could be a link between Bran dying and the Night King dying, or whatever, because there's this mental connection or whatever. But I've been saying, like, if something happens to the Night King, and well, my theory is the whole thing's got to go, all magic and shit. So magic is not sustaining him, but he's got so much shit in his head. I thought maybe he'd have a Hodor moment. That's been my kind of idea. But
that's nice.
I never thought about him actually physically coming back as a Wight, because once the magic's gone, I don't think anybody can rise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
That makes sense.
That's nice. Okay, but it doesn't have to be sustained in order to become a Wight, right? He can die. Maybe he has to go over to the other side, whatever, to complete his mission of destroying magic. This is, some tinfoil shit, right? But, and then he can die at the end.
Hey, man, all tinfoil is allowed in this video.
That's right.
One of those.
I think we can print some pretty obvious ones out there that we likely would be Wights is... some minor characters like Grey Worm, Tormund, perhaps. I think there's a real possibility of seeing some of those guys as Wights, because you got to lose some of these people. I mean, Grey Worm, they're putting it right in your face. He's going to die. You know what I mean? They're setting up this Melisandre love story, and that's not going to end well.
No.
Tormund, at some point, some of these people have to go. They're not all going to survive. This is not a happy ending necessarily. So
yeah.
I think you can chalk a few of those up for sure as far as minor characters.
I like the Grey Worm option. I like it.
Man, that'd be intense if, like, Melisandre sees him waking up as a Wight and going to attack her. I think, you know what? That is one of the most important things about characters turning into Wights. It's how are these Wights going to react to the people that they cared about in their past life? Because I want to talk about this theory I haven't seen it talked about too much, but I can't deny that I got the idea from one of Urtich's pieces of art. I think Chris will know what I'm talking about. It's the one where Dany is like trying to touch White Viserion, or White Walker Viserion, whatever you want to say it is.
Yes.
But I think it would be so cool to have some character that we knew as a Wight react to someone that they used to love. It would be especially cool if it was Viserion reacting to Dany and not attacking her. I was thinking, if they were going to do that, just thinking about it in a script writing way or in a writing way, how would you write something like that? You'd have to have a setup for it, right? And if you have a setup for it, what could the setup be? I was thinking that this is one of my tinfoil theories as well.
What if,
like Chris was saying, Tormund turns into a Wight, which I also, it's very likely to see that. I mean, still, like, maybe not, because they didn't want to kill him last season, but we could still see that. Turning into a Wight and running into Brienne, the one person that he wants everything with. And maybe we can see Tormund react to Brienne while he's a Wight as a setup for Viserion reacting to Dany.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you think right offhand that Wights are just undead, mindless things, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. The Boston University videos I was doing where they did their virtual season 8, they actually had a part in one of their episodes where Dany's trying to reach out to Viserion and get him back in some way. Ends up she can't really do it. But for a few moments there, Viserion seems to react to her, so it's interesting. But I think that's a little different as far as a dragon and that bond versus, I don't know, some undead zombie dude walking around. So I don't know if they would have a reaction or not, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. You got to ask, why have we not seen White Hodor? Because we should have seen White Hodor and Summer, for that matter. But the actor left. I mean, they never filmed anything that we know of. Maybe they surprised us for this year. But technically, we should have seen White Hodor already. So, will we see anybody as Wights? That's a good question.
Maybe they can just add Hodor's digital face onto some other actor. They don't need the actor to actually be there, right? Because it's just going to be a mask or something.
That is true. They could certainly do that. They got the technology.
Yeah. Well, and the Cersei thing, where Cersei, the actress, Lena Headey, didn't want to show her bodies, and they put her face on top of someone else's
Yeah.
They've done it, yeah. I do want to say the one thing that might be important that we are forgetting is Asha. She had her own story of her lover, husband, whatever, turning into a Wight and attacking her, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, or is that in the books?
Yeah, she tells that story to Bran and Rickon, I think.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, so I mean, if they had a potential opportunity for a setup there.
But she died in Winterfell, so they've taken it over, and we're assuming they burned all those bodies from Battle of the Bastards in that whole season, so...
Oh, I'm not saying that we will see Asha as a Wight. I'm just saying that Asha told that story about her lover turning into a Wight and attacking her.
Okay.
Her lover did not react to her, even though he loved her.
I got you.
But maybe they weren't thinking of that back then. Actually, I don't think we'll see the reaction stuff. Personally, I don't think the dragons and stuff. I don't think so. But you know, the example that you gave with Asha, they could have just forgotten about it, and you remember it, and they just forget about it. Or if they want to change it, they change it.
Yeah, they do forget about certain things like that.
Yeah, or just who remembers? You guys remember. Even I didn't remember.
No, I don't know. I think if I would have to guess, I would say that they probably won't go that route, at least for main characters. I don't know. They should. Being realistic about it, they should. I guess it's enough to see Stark guys with Stark shields and helmets on to be in the dead army anyway. So I don't know, but definitely you would expect to see like a Tormund and Grey Worm and some of those minor characters. Cersei would be great.
And what about Gendry?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like other than Cersei, there's no character that truly deserves that fate.
Right.
But this is not a story where good people get good things and bad people get bad things.
That is true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Gendry might make it. I think Gendry might make it through this whole damn thing.
Right. Because I guess what I'm trying to say is like all the characters that are left right now, all of them have a purpose that is other than dying. I think the only one maybe Theon, but Theon should also just die.
Val, I think you're right that all the characters that weren't essential for the conclusion were killed off very quickly, right? Stannis and Dorne, and then Littlefinger. So I'm not sure if any of the remaining characters are expendable.
I don't know. Here's one other option really quick before we get out of here is what about Varys? You know, Varys had the whole experience with magic. He hates magic.
Yeah.
You know, I think Varys has done everything for the realm, but done some horrible shit for it, just like everybody. But that would be, maybe he's a little deserving of it. I don't know. He could be.
Yeah, no, I would love to see Varys turn into a Wight, for sure. Because he has to die. We know that already. So, yeah, why not? I do think, though, we're forgetting one really important character before we finish this video. The Mountain.
Oh, yes. I've mentioned this a billion times in live streams. Absolutely.
Yeah, if he's already dead and the magic reaches him, I mean, I could totally see him, you know, his eyes turning blue and then grabbing Qyburn and just destroying Qyburn.
Wow, that'll be so nice.
No, I totally agree. That's what I've been saying, and I can't believe I didn't have it on my first two with Cersei, my little list. Is that
so unprofessional.
I know. I'm professional podcasters here and YouTubers. I think, as Val said, now that the wall is down, the magic that it's always been up there beyond the wall, because people would turn whether the Night King was around or not. It just took longer, as we saw with the Wights in season 1. It leaks down essentially. The magic kind of leaks down, is what I've been calling it, through Westeros, and now any dead person can potentially rise.
So all the graveyards now will start having like thriller songs and stuff, and we'll wake up. Every graveyard in the north.
Pretty much. Wow. I mean, anything that's got bones left in it, anyway.
I sure hope they kill this Night King, because this sounds very frightening.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Not looking good.